All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you, and welcome to my NBA pick video for the day. Kind of a smaller, modified slate here today. Not a whole lot of games, just 5 of them. And if you really end up enjoying this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. And if you're new here and you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please feel free to do that right now as well. I greatly appreciate it. Now, for those who don't already know, my name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you want to know what all my picks are for this video right now, you can actually locate them in my quick pick recap at the end of the video. There's actually a link for my quick pick recap in the comments section below. It's pretty much every pick for this video wrapped up in about 30 seconds. But if you want to stick around with me and listen to the breakdowns for all these games here today, we do have ourselves a couple of relatively strong games here. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and begin. They're fired up, ready to go here, queued up on the big screen behind me. And we're going to start with the Warriors versus the Mavericks, 7:30 p.m. Eastern tip-off. Now, the Dallas Mavericks are -4 at home, totals 224.5, and that's juiced to the over. And if you like the Golden State Warriors in an upset on the road here, they're plus $1.40 on the money line. Now, we've been victorious in 5 out of our last 6 daily best plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And if you want to access today's daily best play, it's only going to cost you just $1.99 when you click the link in the description section below. We also have a membership on that site called the Board Member Tier, and that package gives you access to every single pick that I give out on that site every single day until March 1st. It's certainly the best package that I offer. Now, we currently have a community of over 1,075 paid members who are signed up and active on that page. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, guys, the Warriors are in the top 3 in the NBA in defensive field goal percentage. They're also in the top 3 in fourth quarter scoring as well. Steph Curry scoring over 28 points a game for the Warriors, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for the NBA champ. Meanwhile, Andrew Wiggins is scoring 18 points a game himself, along with 5 rebounds and a couple assists a night as well. Now, they're taking on a struggling Dallas Mavericks team who lost 6 out of their last 7 contests, and they went just 30% against the number in their last 10. Now, the Mavs are just 2-6 straight up at home this year, really struggling to get the job done on their home court, and they actually covered the number in just 25% of those home games. Now, Dallas ranks dead last in shooting the 3 ball at home. They're in the bottom 3 in offensive rebounding in that same category. The Mavericks are scoring just 104 points per contest at the American Airlines Center. And when it comes to the total in this one, 3 out of Dallas's last 5 stayed under the line, 63% to the under on their home court this year. Meanwhile, the Warriors saw their last 3 straight stay under the total themselves. As usual, we're going to start off the video with an underdog. Give me the underdog. Golden State Warriors +4 and the under 224.5. And once again, if you're new here to the channel here this week, I just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's NBA basketball action. Happy Thursday to you. The weekend is right around the corner. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we've won 5 out of our last 6 daily best plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And if you want to unlock today's daily best play, it's only going to cost you just $1.99 when you click the link in the description section below. We also have a board member tier package that gives you access to all my premium picks, every one of them, that I give out on that site every single day until March 1st. It is our top tier membership. And just remember, guys, when you sign up for a membership on Patreon, you're going to get access to all the lesser expensive memberships absolutely free. Basically, the way it works is Patreon's going to bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you end up getting a package here today, you're going to get billed today, the day you sign up, and you're going to get access to the picks in that tier every single day until March 1st. You're not getting billed every day. You're not getting billed every pick. It's just a one-time fee. You're going to get picks in that tier until March 1st. Incredible value. Now, for those who are kind of wondering what the difference is between my Patreon site and what I do on YouTube, well, what I do on Patreon is I make life a lot easier for you as I break down the daily card and focus in on just 4 to 5 premium selections per day. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, I'm having a lot more success betting on games that way in smaller sample sizes versus wagering on every single game on the slate, side, and total like I do with my free leans here on YouTube. Now, we currently have over 1,075 paid members who are signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action yourself, the link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Moving on here, guys, we're going to take a look at the Jazz versus the Hawks, 7:30 p.m. East. The Utah Jazz are -7 on the road. Totals 225. Now, the Jazz have won 12 out of their last 13 contests, 12-1 against the number in those ball games. They're first in the NBA in offensive rebounding, top 3 in shooting the 3-ball on the road. Donovan Mitchell scoring nearly 24 points a night, along with 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Meanwhile, Mike Conley scoring 17 points a game himself, along with 6 assists, and a couple of steals. Now, the Jazz are in the top 3 defensively in points allowed, top 5 in defensive rebounding. They're taking on an Atlanta squad who's on a 2-game losing streak and also dropped 4 out of their last 6. Now, the Hawks are still going to go to work every night without Bogdanovich, Hunter, and Dunn. Those guys are really banged up. They've been out for a significant time. Meanwhile, Okongwu is listed as out for tonight's action as well. Atlanta's in the bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in fourth quarter scoring. And when it comes to the total in this one, the Hawks saw 2 out of their last 3 stay under the number, 7-4 to the under on their home court. Meanwhile, the Jazz saw 3 out of their last 5 stay under the line themselves. Give me the Utah Jazz -7 and the under 225. All right, next contest, it is going to be Blazers versus the Sixers, 8 p.m. Eastern tip-off in South Philly. The Sixers are -9 at the Wells Fargo Center, totals 227.5. Now, Philly's on a 4-game winning streak, 8-2 against the number in their last 10. The Sixers are in the top 5 in home scoring, top 3 in offensive field goal percentage in that same category. Joel Embiid is scoring 29 points a night along with 11 rebounds and 3 assists. Meanwhile, Tobias Harris is scoring 21 points a game himself along with 7 boards and 3 assists a night as well. Philly's 10-1 straight up at the Wells Fargo Center, 73% against the number in those 11 home contests. Now, they're taking on a Portland squad who not only has C.J. McCollum out for a significant period of time, but they might have to go to work here tonight without Damian Lillard as well. That would be absolutely devastating. Dame's actually battling an abdominal strain, and he is listed as questionable. Now, the Blazers have dropped 3 out of their last 5, and they give up 118 points a game when they travel. Portland's currently in the bottom 3 in road defensive field goal percentage as well. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, Portland's last 3 straight all got over the number, 6-1 to the over in their last 7. Meanwhile, Philadelphia is 70% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Philadelphia 76ers -9 and the over 227.5. All right, next contest, it is going to be Rockets versus the Grizzlies, 9 p.m. Eastern start time in Memphis. The Grizzlies are -1.5 at home, numbers 223 and a hook. And if you like the Rockets and a slight upset away from home here, they're plus $1.10 for some money line cash. Now, the Rockets have won 6 out of their last 7 ball games, 71% against the number in those contests. The Rockets are in the top 10 defensively in points allowed, top 5 in defending the 3-ball. Christian Wood is scoring over 22 points a game along with 10 boards and a couple of blocks. Meanwhile, Victor Oladipo is scoring 21 points a game himself along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists as well. The Rockets are scoring 114 points a night when they travel, and they're also draining nearly 40% of their 3 balls in that same category. They're taking on a Memphis squad who's who's just 3-5 straight up on their home court. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies, they also scored just 104 points a game on average at the FedEx Forum. They also have a bunch of guys who are on the injury report. McDermott, Tilly, Allen, Valanciunas, Winslow, and Jackson, they're all out. The Grizzlies are making just 34% of their three-pointers at home. They also rank in the bottom 5 in defensive rebounding on their home court as well. Now, total-wise, Memphis is 6-2 to the under on their home court. Meanwhile, 5 out of Houston's last 8 stayed under the line as well. I'm going to lean toward the underdog, Houston Rockets, plus 1.5, and the under 223 and a hook. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Nuggets versus the Lakers, 10 p.m. East. The Lakers are minus 5.5 at home. Totals 219, juice to the under. Now, Los Angeles has failed to cover the point spread in 4 out of their last 5 ball games. They're just 3-5 against the number as the official home team. As a matter of fact, the Lakers are playing just 500 basketball at the Staples Center this season, and they rank in the bottom half in the NBA in defensive field goal percentage at home. And of course, guys, as always, every single night, both Anthony Davis and LeBron James, they're both listed as questionable for tonight's contest. Now, they're taking on a Nuggets team who's winning 70% of their road games, and they rank in the top 3 in the NBA in scoring. The Nuggets are averaging 117 points a night on the road, and they're making 40% of their three-pointers in that same category. Nikola Jokic is scoring 27 points a night, along with 12 rebounds and 9 assists. The Joker's also averaging 2 steals a game as well. Meanwhile, Jamal Murray is scoring 19 points a game himself, along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. The Nuggets are 50% from the field away from home, and they also lead the NBA in defensive rebounding. Now, total-wise, Denver's 8-2 to the over when they travel this season, 70% to the over in their last 10 outings. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the LA Lakers saw 5 out of their last 8 home games get over the line themselves. They're also 70% to the over in their last 10 meetings with the Nuggets. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Denver Nuggets, plus 5.5, and the over 219. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap, once again brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are 5-1 in our last 6 daily best plays on that site, 8-2 straight up in our last 10. I like the Warriors plus 4, under 224.5. I like the Jazz minus 7, under 225. I'm leaning toward the Philadelphia 76ers minus 9, over 227.5. I also like the Rockets plus 1.5, under 223 and a hook. And before I give you my next and final matchup for the show, one final reminder that you can access today's daily best play on Patreon for just $1.99 by clicking the link in the description section below. Please feel free to smash the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video. You can also subscribe right now if you haven't done so already. I'm going to lean toward the Denver Nuggets plus 5.5 and the over 219. All right, guys, with that said, we're going to dive into some shout-outs to our top 10 YouTube commenters over the past couple of days or so. So with that said, shout out to Words of Wisdoms, Dennis Newton, Gary Rainey, Carl Douglas, The Dingman, C. Dinger, Grant Young, Light Abaddon, Juan Gomez, George Sylvia, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my good friend, Zoe Mamba. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind Mobilia the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. So basically, if you get a package, you're going to get billed today, and then you're not going to get billed again until March 1st. You're going to get access to that content that you paid for through the end of February. So certainly good value there. Real quick here, guys. I know that I was promoting my daily best play, but what a lot of folks will do on my Patreon site, they'll actually sign up and get the board member tier. And basically, the board member gives you access to every single pick that I make on that site. So you're going to get all my picks every single day until March 1st if you sign up for that. And basically what a lot of folks do is they'll either take all my picks or they'll compare their picks to mine, or they'll fade all my picks. I think a lot of folks, when they get up and watch the video, they'll kind of write all their picks down, and then they'll watch or they'll look at my Patreon site and write all my picks down. And if they disagree, they'll cross them out. And if any of my picks and their picks line up and they do agree, they'll circle those and play those games. So however you end up wanting to use it, it's up to you. I don't really... I can't tell you how to use this site. All I want you to do is just go there. But anyway, most important, what do I normally say here, guys? They sign up first. Oh, one more reminder. If you guys end up getting a membership here today, all the cheaper memberships are included with your purchase. So, for example, if you get the $9.99 package here today, all the cheaper memberships are included with your purchase. You're going to get the content from those lesser expensive memberships. But anyway, guys, most importantly here, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.